Hello my lovelies, how are you? I am Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you, my darling, you are very welcome here today. So guys, I'm so sorry I've been MIA for quite some time. Life's been a bit busy and I've been doing other things and applying for other things and such. So, well, you guys voted and you said to me, majority was that you guys wanted bi-weekly readings. So here I am. I know I didn't get, unfortunately, to the start of May, which I'm really sorry about, but I am on the go here and I'm ready to rock with your 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of May, your bi-weekly readings of May 2017. So my lovelies, let's rock and roll. There's no time to waste and let's do your reading. Hey Aquarius, how's it going? So this is your general love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. Your first reading will be the general and your second reading will be the love. So if this doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. Check out your moon and your rising sign as well for me, please. And also, I will put the link for you to calculate your own moon sign and rising sign at the bottom of this video for you. Alright? Hope you're all well, Aquarius. Hope life is good. Hope my little humanitarians are doing good, enjoying life, living life in the most wonderful, exciting way that you can. Okay. Ooh. Go, 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 go. I feel like I need to fire on. Go, 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 go. Is that how you are at the moment, Aquarius? Go, go, go. Next, go, go. Ooh, feels like that. Now, I know I say this is a bi-weekly reading, but essentially you've got 2.5 weeks at the end of May, right? So these energies cover the 2.5 weeks. And if we need clarification, we can do that. I saw you. Look, hopping off. Relax, relax, Nine of Swords. This is your start of your week, midweek, and end of the week, by the way. Alright. And also, if you hear a little slurpy slurp, it's because I'm drinking all this water, okay? Right, Aquarius, let's go into your general reading. Now, just a little pointer. General reading covers everything that is not romantic, so it can be work life, study life, home life, domestic life, can be friendships and relationships that we have with people that are non-romantic, okay? Alright. Okay, so the very start of your week, you come in with a bit of sadness, Aquarius. You got the Eight of Cups. I still feel like I want to run away. Run, go, 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 go. I feel like you're trying to run away from something, and I could be really wrong in that, but I felt that when I was shuffling prior to shooting this video. I always do a quick shuffle beforehand. I meditate a bit as well for each sign, and I felt like I couldn't shuffle the cards fast enough, and I feel like you're running away with yourself. There's no cards in this particular spread that depict movement. You know, you haven't got the Chariot, you haven't got the Six of Swords, but I feel like you're trying to run away from something. I'm really running. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting caught up in intuition there. Let's go back. Let's go right here. So, Eight of Cups. We know what Cups represents. We've got beautiful emotional energy, emotional fluidity, the resource of our own emotional resources, really. Knowing that each cup is like a reservoir of emotion for us. And sometimes it tips over and spills, and other times it's full to the brim and we can give it to whoever we want. It's quite beautiful, right? Now, Eight of Cups is all about walking away from a scenario, and that's giving you some emotional hurt. And in this as well, I feel like there's been emotional distrust, which is really, I feel like I'm about to run a marathon, and you're just at the end of it going, okay, how much longer do we have to go? You know, Aquarius, like, just to go separate on this and say, look, stop running and breathe. Stop running away from it. You can't really run away from it. I know you're walking away from this scenario that you may have had emotional involvement in and investment in, and know that emotional investment can also be into things of like practicality. It can be work life, can be home life, can be study life, can be, you know, even if we're into athleticism as well, groups, a community that we're involved in, you know. You're walking away from something that carries sadness for you, and I'm sorry to see that happen. Oh, let me just clarify, because you don't just walk away. Something big's going on with you. What is going on? Like, I'm not worried about you. This is the end here. It's all good, homie. But I want to figure out why. Okay. 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 These are 2 cards that I focused on prior as well, and they're coming up for you. Right, let's flip these over really quickly, and you get to see what we're talking about here, right? This is important. Your past events are important, okay? And now you're saying, yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's not fine, Aquarius. We need to deal with this, right? Okay, and this is why we're here. Sorry, darlings, but I have to put the foot down with you on this one, okay? We need to get through this properly. This needs to be vocalized, right? So now, the sadness that you're walking away from, the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from something that caused you a lot of responsibility, that you had a lot of responsibility for. And you had a lot of work. There was a lot of work that you felt that you had to do. Now, this work could have been put on you, or you could have taken that responsibility on yourself. 10 of Rods is this beautiful, fiery, warm energy. And I love the rods. I love it. Traditionally called the wands. And this is about holding on to and carrying things of responsibility that we feel we need to take care of. Like, there's 10 of them. And here we have a person carrying them, and they're hunched down and they're holding onto them, and they actually can't really see where they're going. They're actually blinding themselves with the amount of work and responsibility that they have. They can't see what their next step is. They can't see in front of each foot. Now, because this is an ending for you. Whatever this is in your past here, recent past, this is an ending for you, and you're actually kind of sad to be walking away from it, because there was a lot of work that you put into this, and no wonder the 10 of Rods pops up there for you. You put in a lot of work, Aquarius. You put in a lot of graft, and you learned a lot from it, but at the same time it was very, very hard for you to do. Now, you may have felt like a fish out of water as well. At the beginning you were like, I don't even know, you know, you're like, oh yeah, no problem, I could do that. Oh my god, how the fuck do I do this? It's that, you know what I mean? It's that kind of like, oh yeah, no problem. Shit, I don't know how to, oh, how do I do? But in that complicated time, in your life, in your workplace or wherever, you've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned a lot about the job in particular, or the project in particular, or as I say, like, you know, athletic teams or whatever. You learned a lot. You've learned a great deal. So yes, it was a trying time. There was a lot of effort put in, and it was a lot of like, it's hard grafting, do you know what I mean? Really hard grafting. But you got through it. And what was really lovely as well is that you came into your own learning this new skill. And it's about, the magician comes in, and it's all about knowing your craft to the highest potential. It's all about knowing every single side of it, which way. You could turn it on its head, you can turn it upside down, you could, same thing. You could look at it sideways, you could look at it underneath it, you can look at it from above. It's basically knowing something to such a skillful level that you know every single element of it. And that's the magician. He governs every element. He knows the craft so well. He knows the strengths and weaknesses of every single one of the suits of the tarot deck. It's very much infinite knowledge. He is number one at what he does, you see. So this is what's kind of creating emotional impact on you at the start of the week. Because, you know, you're kind of walking away from it going, oh, I feel like some of you are actually walking away not by choice. Maybe some of you have been let go. Maybe some of you are taking redundancy. Or maybe some of you are on contracts and now that they're ending. Or it could be as well that you're, as I say, you're studying on that particular term. I mean, because we're coming into June now, right? So most people will be finished their exams and whatnot at the start of June. Or so it could be you're finished schoolwork and it's the last year or whatever, and you've learned so much within those environments that you found actually to be really challenging. But at the same time, Aquarius, you stepped up to the plate, and well done to you because you did it. Now, what you're walking into, interestingly enough, you know, is the Tower card. Right, why? Why is the Tower here? It's dead center. It's your midweek. The Tower is all about destruction. It's all about pulling down things and building new things in its place. It's the ending of chapters, but the energy is quite harsh and it feels really abrasive to the person. You will feel completely out of control this midweek. And I think though, I've never seen the Eight of Cups walk into the Tower before. I think you're kind of doing this a little bit to yourself, Aquarius. And you're probably going, no, I'm not. No, I would never walk into the Tower. I know, you probably wouldn't. Not intentionally anyway. Nobody would walk into a building that looks like this. Hold on, yeah, I'm just going to walk into this building that's on fire. Yeah, thanks, see you later. No, I'll be fine. You know, such an Aquarius thing. No, I'll be fine, honestly. No, really, it's fine. And people are like, could you not walk? Don't walk into that tower. It's on fire. It's like, no, honestly, it's just a bit warm. It's okay. I'm fine. And it's like this. I feel like you're getting a tiny bit self-destructive this week because you're leaving something that did hold emotional investment for you and had emotional impact for you. And there's such a bout of uncertainty. Can I also say this feels like a huge amount of anxiety on some of you? Huge amount. Massive, actually. And I think it's because you feel like you're not quite sure what direction to go in next. You're like, I don't know. Well, I do. Hey, I know, I'll just a little bit self-destruct. You're kind of having a little bit of a meltdown midweek. I'm not saying I blame you or anything like that, and I certainly don't judge you on it because we've all, different things affect us in different ways, as I always say. But I feel like it's all coming to a head now for you, and I feel like that's what you're like, you know, it's coming to a head, it's coming to an explosion. And maybe this is well what some of you, when I said you guys are running away from stuff, maybe you're actually running into this. You're running away. Like, oh no, you feel like you're running, and boom. You know, it couldn't have gone any other way. There was timing on this bomb, and my darlings, it explodes midweek. However, do not worry. Because what you learned back here has been of incredible value to you, because at the end of the week, you become your Knight of Swords. So this is you, this is your suit, this is the Knight. Knights are messengers of the deck. They are the deliverers of the message. Now, interestingly enough, you here and you here are both looking into the Tower. So I think like you guys, you must recognize that this is about to happen for you. You're going on that, I'm okay, I'm fine, no, I'm grand. But knowing that inside you're about to explode or even implode for some of you. Now, Nine of Swords comes up here for you because this is this release of anxiety, of pressure. It's because if you don't let this come, you will bloody combust and it'll be way worse than the Tower. I need to be really honest with you about that. The Tower comes to cleanse everything. So if you have an emotional outburst, if you have an argument with someone that's quite destructive and fiery and in many ways puts you what you may perceive to be in a bad light, you gotta let this happen, because the Tower is coming in to say, I'm going to cleanse you of all that you've been feeling the last 4 to 8 months, all that anxiety, all that pressure in whatever area that you're in, that fine pressure cooker. It's saying, I'm coming and I'm going to let all of this explode and it's going to fall to pieces and you will be able to breathe and begin again. That seems very scary, Aquarius. I get that, it does, but it needs to come, yeah, because you can't move on to the next chapter of your life without getting so into all the past stuff. And at the end of the week, you start to get this. This happens. I have to warn you, like, do not go against this energy, yeah? Do not, because it will feel 100 times worse if you do. You try to go up against the Tower, it will take you down. You can't fight it. You really can't. But I like that you're making the decision to come back into your own and to really take care of it, because Knight of Swords comes at the end of the week. Looking in towards his Tower, looking back on what's actually happening and say, okay, I feel stronger now from this. I feel like a knight. I feel like I'm in control of my own destiny a little bit. And I feel like there's room for me to roam and to breathe, as I said, because that's important. You're going to need that after this. At the same time, your ability to effectively communicate what has happened to you, or what has been happening the last 4 to 8 months or 4 to 8 years, or even 4 to 8 weeks for some of you. You get to say now, this is what I experienced. I was so stressed out. I was under so much pressure. There were days I'd go home and I'd cry. There were days where I'd be in my car and I'd just cry my eyes out. Like, man or woman, it doesn't matter. The amount of emotional impact that you felt within this was fierce. But now you can really, in a lovely way, turn back and go, okay, like, this is what's happened to me. Is this what's happened? But I feel stronger now. I am my own knight in shining armour. and I've come in a way to rescue myself. And you do. Sweet, really cool. At the same time, we don't want him looking too far back in this for too much time, yeah? We want you moving forward. Why do we want you moving forward? Because moving forward is all part of life. And to not push against those things that are for us. But, don't go against what's for you. Now, interestingly enough, your second week, you've got the 9 of Swords. Oh, darlings, what is going on with you guys? It's like you've come into your own a bit more. And in a weird way, it doesn't sound weird. You have a little bit more respect for yourselves. That old self-respect has gone a little bit higher. You went, whew, man, I was through that, but I took care of that. Yes, I bloody well did. That was me, Knight of Swords, Mr. or Ms. or Mrs. Aquarius. Like, you're really like, boom, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, this is my helmet, this is my sword, yeah. Oh, I'm a knight. Yeah, I'm a knight, yeah. But it's on the inside and you feel good. Then at the start of the second week, you've got 9 of Swords coming in. And let's clarify. Shall we clarify what all that worry and fear is about? It could be because you're not quite sure where you're going next. Okay? I said you were running, but my dear Aquarius, did you know where you were running to? This is important. Do you know where you're going? I feel like you don't, but hey, let's see. What is? Tell me. What? All right. Now, do the same thing. Move these guys over here. Pop this up there. Okay. All right, Aquarius. I know where you're having all this worry and concern now and sleepless nights, yeah? You don't know really where you're going, yeah? This has ended for you. Terror has come in and cleansed it all. And you are elevated to this knight status, yeah? The problem is you don't know what is next, okay? You feel like you should be at a certain level at this stage of the game. You should be... people say like, you should be like married by 30. You should have your first kid by, married by 28, first kid by 30, second kid by 33, 34. All this, like the people think that that's how it should be, that the societal expectations of the individual should be so mainstream that no one can, we're all just bloody sheep. Oh, it's like, but you're a woman and you should have the kids early. But you're a man, you have more energy when you're younger. You should have the kids early, You should really get married when you're late 20s. That's the best time. Like, really? Really? Who decides that? I think it's bloody shameful that we put that much pressure on each other. Of wanting the happily ever after. Of being, even married. Being parts of different institutions of society and saying that, marriage is best for all of us. And as I keep saying, having kids at some stage, and even like getting married in churches, if you're not religiously inclined in that sense, if religious institution is not something that you prefer the route that you prefer to go down. And I feel like sometimes people are, it's not that it's not accepted, but it's slightly judged, and I freaking hate that. I think this is what your worry is now, that you're not in the area of your life where you really want to be or where you think you should be, and there's a serious amount of worry in that for you. But I'm here to tell you, Aquarius, like, out of any astrological sign that is out there, the 12 signs, you guys are the ones I really respect. For this particular reason, you dance to the beat of your own drum. And not only that, you create the rhythm with the drum. You're dancing around while banging the drum at the same time. No other sign does that. No other sign. And I completely respect Aquarians for that. Like, man and woman. I really do. So I I get where you feel a bit, ugh. And then the Hermit comes in because you're trying to figure out the answers to these questions that are creating the worry and the fear. Where am I going in my life? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be with? When should I be married? You know, self-discovery. Hermit's all about self-discovery and turning inwards to find the answers to the questions that we feel like we desperately need. You're all very inwards, Aquarius. You're not actually releasing this until about here, you know, until its breaking point. Does Aquarius ever say, bloody hell, that was tough? So I want you to look at these, yeah, especially these two. Hierophant as well, remember, is very priest-like energy as well. I want you to look at these two and go, the happily ever after home and relationship card, and you know, the institutions that govern our society. I want you to say, look, when I'm ready for you, I'll come for you. Get out of my head. Stop invading my thoughts. I will come for you when I'm ready. And if I never come for you, that's okay. I don't need you. Respect to you, but I don't need you. Yeah? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. I feel very loud and angry. Get rid of that Nine of Swords. When you're ready, it will happen. When you're ready, it will happen. That doesn't mean that, you know, you'll make it happen when you're ready. When the universe senses that you are on a certain level, and I don't mean of elevation, I mean just a certain area of your life, the platform at which you stand, it will happen. Until then, you enjoy self-discovery. You enjoy the Hermit card. You enjoy finding out things about yourself that you didn't know. A midweek and the end of the week. I kind of want to put these two guys together here. Beautiful, beautiful. Check this out. The Star card and the Temperance card. My God, Aquarius. My God. It's like when you go inwards to find all the answers and then you finally accept that maybe this is just not right now and it's just not your time. Something magical happens. And it's like you get exactly what you've wished for. You get exactly what you wish for. Now, I can't tell you what that is, right? I even don't want to clarify these two because they're so pure in energy of there's really much a thing that is particular to you, yeah. What you're really wishing for, what you really want out of life. You shine in a different way, Aquarius. And it's time for you to kind of accept that. You were never mainstream. You never went with the crowd. If anything, you created your own crowd and people followed you. And you're really coming into your own with this wish card, the Star. And you know what? Just realised, bloody hell, it took me a few seconds. This is your card. This is Aquarius. Look at how this peacock, first of all, it's on its own and it's quite individual. Very much like you, yeah? Not only that, it's got different sides to it. We see it walking along, and once it has its feathers down, it's lovely, it's pleasant. But at the same time, it's got something that's so different and vibrant that it's so distinguishable with this particular creature. And that is when it opens out its feathers and it fans out its feathers in this beautiful, dramatic way. That's you. You're so unique, Aquarius, that it's time for you to understand that your uniqueness is no longer a hindrance, but it is what? Your greatest tool in life. Once you start to accept that, all that emotional imbalance that was up here, you start to balance it out, because Temperance comes in, and Temperance is like, I got you. I see you. I got you. And it's all about allowing our emotional fluidity to really move, yeah? Between two cups in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you've got this beautiful divine figure that holds two cups and it pours the liquid in and out of each. Water being very purifying, very cleansing. And it's all about really cleansing your mind. of where you think you need to be, of who you need to be, so that you can properly step into your own. And this balance within you, there is calm, there is peace with this card. So that whoever has these expectations on you, whoever may push their own societal expectations on you, no matter how much they push, Aquarius, they can't put them on you unless you want them to. And this is saying, don't. Don't. You are perfect as you are. You know, this is supposed to be about work, and I feel like you're in a chapter where things are really changing and you yourself are struggling a bit with where to go. You may want to go in a certain route, but it's not working. And then life hands you, you take a right instead of a left on your journey, and you're going, oh, fuck, I wasn't anticipating this right. I was anticipating the left. And then it breeds all these questions and builds the anxiety back up in you. You just, for now, Aquarius, for the next 2 weeks, you just got to be you. You just got to be you. And the answers will come. And the answers will come once the balance within you is there. That all comes from acceptance. You want to wish upon a star. Wish that you be your most unique self. And that wish that you've acceptance of that. Alright, like that's pretty, not heavy. It's somewhat heavy, but it's interesting for the first week. If you're general reading, like, it's a bit personal. We're going to have a personal. Right, there's no time to waste. I don't know about you, but I'm dying to see what your love reading has in store. So let's get cracking. Let's rock and roll. Hey Aquarius. Alright, cool. Let's get into your love reading now. I've already done a lot of shuffle before this. So, just do a little quick... Oh, okay, that's it, apparently. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, same format as before, okay? And if we need to clarify, we will. Alright. Now, let's give some information about Aquarius love life. May the 15th to the 31st. Oh. What? Oh my god! So many major arcana. Honestly, I was like, for a split second I forgot that wasn't a major arcana, and I was like, don't tell me we're going to have a full house. Well, no. Oh my god. Aquarius. Okay, you're really starting to, yeah. When I said you shine in a different light, you do. Look at all the oranges here. Look at all this. Look at all this. Orange, 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 orange. What do we associate orange with? Some of you probably go, vitamin C. Yeah, that too. But being healthy, right? If you want to jokingly go at that end, right? Vitamin C, what does vitamin C do for us? It aids us in our health. It makes us healthy. And this is it. This is like being healthy in love. But let me figure you out up here, Aquarius. Let's go straight in, right? Because I'm excited about this. There's a lot of energy on this. Right, very start of the week, we've got the Hermit card again. Now, we've already talked about what the Hermit is. So, I'm not surprised that that's come up for you, because you had as well the Ten of Pentacles. We spoke about, like, societal expectations, or where you felt you wanted to be, and where you should be. And then going in to ask yourself, well, where do I want to be in love? Or in life? And that in turn, that is also like those questions of, well, when you ask yourself, well, where do I want to be now in my life? Where would I like to go? Like most of the time people are like, I want to be comfortable financially and maybe fall in love and start a family. You know, that's kind of what most people go for. So I'm glad, even though it's the Hermit card and it's going inwards and you're kind of not shutting yourself off from the world, but choosing to take a step back. I like the fact that this is here, because at the very start you're going, what do I want? Out of love, what do I want? Who do I want? I want to figure this out for myself. I want to use my own inner light to help me shine a light on those areas that, I don't have answers to just yet. I want to find out who I would really like to end up with, or who I could possibly fall in love with. It's cool. I love this, and I don't even feel like I need to talk too much about this, because you get it. You get it because you're doing it yourself. Now, midweek though comes in Major Arcana of the Hanged Man. Aquarius. I feel like this card comes with more for Aquarius than any other sign. Aquarius. Hanged Man is all about someone who kind of goes against, I'll say, like the mainstream. He or they, say he because that's the gender in the card, could be they. He sometimes gets, not abused, but he sometimes finds that he gets negative reactions from people when he tells them his ideas on things, how he sees things, more importantly. And it's because it's not the normal way, Jesus, what's normal? It's not the mainstream way of seeing things. It's not the mainstream way of doing things. But he doesn't see anything the mainstream way. Hangman, at any point, his hands are free. They're just behind him. He's only one leg tied up. He's essentially hanging off the tree of life here. So he is involved in his own life, but at the same time, he's not making choices. His choice, actually, do you know what? I retract that, because his choice is to stay here and not move. People think if you don't make a choice to go forward or go back, that you're not making a choice. Well, in actual fact, not moving at all is a choice. Sitting on the fence is a choice. Sure, you get to see what's going on both sides, but you're not fully involved in it. The Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective. And maybe you're starting to see that what you require in love now, how you'd like your love life to go, isn't mainstream. Maybe it's not. Find someone, get married, have the babies. Maybe you're like, no kids for me, thanks. Or, I'm not really into marriage. Maybe we'll just have a long-term partnership. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because you can still have devotion in those titles, There's still the same amount of love and respect there. Just the title of being together that's viewed in society is different. He's different. You're different. I've said that to you. You're unique. But as well, what I'd like you to do with this Hanged Man is, rather than stay here and go, well, I am different and maybe I don't want to do that, and This is what I found out about myself. Cool, you found that out, the Hermit. But rather than just look at it from one point of view, let's look at it from all angles. And what I really like to do with this Hangman card is do this. Right way up. Because all of a sudden life is different. Life is different, and it's not necessarily any worse or better. It's just different. And you can move forward then being the most informed by looking at it from this way and by looking at it from this way. Because guaranteed most people won't look at it this way. They'll be like, what are they doing? Yeah. Explore from both sides and then make a decision to move forward. I think you will, though. I think anything just for experience purposes, you will. Because you're a big fan of the experience. And what makes up life? What makes up love? And experiences in any way in love is, I don't think it's something that Aquarius actually shies away from. I think Aquarius is very open when it comes to sexual experiences and even like relationship experiences. So look at it from all angles. But Aquarius, you got to make a decision then to go forward. Because let's face it, you don't want to go back. You don't. something has happened in your past that has made you reflect inwards as well. And if it's making you reflect, and it's kind of like maybe it was a hurtful scenario, you know, and you don't want to go back there. You don't. But even though the Hanged Man, who is stagnant in energy, he's still an energy, remember that? He's still an energy. I think what he's going to bring for you is the realization of what you do want. Maybe you do want your own happily ever after. Now, I said to you in the general reading that you were like, that I said, you know, you don't have to go with the societal expectations. The reason why I said that was because it was bringing you so much worry, so much anxiety, and so much fear. This scenario, not that it was fully fearful for you, but obtaining that seemed fearful. You're like, how am I going to do it? Can I do it in this time frame? Can I do it here? That's why I said, just hold it. Like, just don't. Just don't think that this is what you need to be and where you need to be. But the lovely realization of the Hermit and the Hanged Man for you, you come to this conclusion by yourself, but it's without the fear. I think as well for some of you it's a fear of commitment. Are some of you slightly commitment phobes? Commitment phobia. Like, okay, do you know what? Let's look at that. Let's look at what that is for some of you. Some of you had said no, good on you. If some of you said yes, right, welcome to the meeting. Right, so what is it about commitment that scares people? Different things. 1, I'll be with the one person for the rest of my life. 2, I feel like I'll have to change for this person. 3, I feel like I will give too much of myself and have nothing back, have no me time. Okay, let's tackle these 3 things in the hopes I actually remember them in order. But 1, okay, I'm afraid I'm going to be with the same person for the rest of my life. Why is that so bad? Why is that so bad? You're like, oh, because the same person, I'll go to bed with the same person every night, it's the same face, it's the same. Now, when I said about turning and flipping your perspective, your perception, let's look at then this question the other way around. What is beautiful about being with the same person for the rest of your life? Ask you, like, I'm genuinely asking you this, Aquarius, like, what is beautiful about that? There's someone who sees you every day, that sees your good and your bad points, or what we deem to be flaws within ourselves, that sees you at your worst when you're fucking angry at life, and sees you at your best when you are just completely involved in your own individual energy. That loves you for you, from within all of that, and never asks you to change. Not only that, they're saying, I choose, out of everyone in the world, Aquarius, this person turns to you and says, I choose to only have you as my love. You are the one I am in love with. That means, Aquarius, that translates as, there is no one else that I have ever met that makes me feel the way you do. And sometimes I can't even put into words what that is. But I know it's special and it's unique. And I choose to stand by your side every single day. That is beautiful, right? I see you. No one should ask you to change who you are. You are you. 360 in your entirety should never be asked to change. But I also know that even if somebody doesn't ask you to change it, there's still a fear that you may change. Okay. So you might change, yeah. Yeah, you may change. What will happen? Oh, you change. Okay. Aquarius, the thing is, you're changing every day. I think to use love, in this instance, as an excuse to not, as a reason or a justification that you may change is It's invalid a little bit. You're going to change anyway. It's just that you're going to be changing in an environment with someone else who's also changing. So yes, there are difficulties in that sense, but, you know, nothing that can't be overcome. Or nothing that you can't all and both grow from. You can have your happily ever after. Now, the third one was... Actually, no, let's go back to the second one a bit, because I think this is important that you know that you have to be consciously aware as an individual that you don't allow yourself to be always in us. That is important that you have me time. Remember, you fall in love with the you, not the you in us. You hear my drift? You catch my drift? So you make time for yourself to get back to yourself. Do the things that you like to do. So that it decreases that level of fear of maybe changing because of someone else. Or because you feel they might want you to. You change at a rate that is for you. Not for anyone else. And actually that was what the third part was. That you may give yourself too much and you have nothing left for you. I think I just answered that. Yeah. It's coming for you, Aquarius. Let it be known. Let it be known. Right, your second week then, you've got the Sun, Judgment and King of Swords. Like, what? This is just so crazy. Like, great crazy though, do you know what I mean? Right, boom. These two guys together. The Sun. Hello, the Sun. Leo. Sometimes Sag. Leo energy. Think of the Leos in your life. Think of those beautiful, warm, fiery lions and lionesses and what they bring to everyone. They bring vibrancy, they bring heat, they bring the fire, they set things alight. But they do it kind of in a way that's almost unconscious to them. It's such a natural thing. But the Sun comes in here to remind you to explore that fiery side of yourself and give yourself the freedom of that. Because the Sun as well is about freedom. And finding freedom in love and giving, being passionate and compassionate and loving in a very free way. You know, sometimes I think we wait for circumstances. We wait to see how things are and how the other person is before we decide to act. And this is saying, look, no, act. Bring the love, bring the freedom of love as well. Allow it to come in, allow it to be amazing. I think you make the decision to move forward because, like, this is such a great energy. And you're like, look at it. It almost looks like this explosion of light. That is the Sun. Everything gravitates around the Sun. It's such an important part of our solar system. And you're going to walk into this sort of light, Aquarius. Not only that, you adopt it and you almost become this sun-like energy where people will start to gravitate towards you. People will start to say there's something about her or him. And because, like, in many ways, I feel like this card is like, you don't give a fuck anymore. Great. Because you did before, and there was this hanged man, and there was fear, whatever. But now you're like, I don't care. I'm just going to love, be passionate with everything I do. And it comes across, and people start to notice that you're shining. I said to you here you had the Star card, and that was also about shining in a different way, but this is going even further beyond that. If you think of how strong the sun's light is and what it does for us, that is the impact you will be bringing. And it's also a massive impact of change as well. Now combined, because these two are totally together, combined then is a Judgment card, which is all about hearing the call. What does that mean, to hear the call? It's a call of importance, yeah, but what does it mean? It means that you're starting to accept where your life is going and who you are within this life. And accept the call that love is coming for you. And when it comes, that you'll know. You'll know. And you just kind of feel like this is you actually. You're just kind of like shouting it out. You're like, love, come and get me, you know, and that's backed up by this Leo sun that's just like full on, son, here I come, love, here I come, you know. It's so great. And there's also an element of freedom in this as well. In the, as I always say, the traditional Rider-Waite, because that's what's most recognizable to people, is that in the Sun card you have a child on a horse that's naked and is so free and childlike, and not being childish, which is a difference. Childish is being quite immature about things. Childlike is embracing that inner child that we have in us that we should never push down. And then Judgment as well has 3 coffins with people that come out, they emerge out of these coffins because they hear the beautiful music. And that music is particular to them because it's part of their story. This is about you hearing the call and coming into your own story and to the next chapter of your life and the next chapter of love for you. And they themselves are naked. A lot of nakedness going on. But it's about revealing yourself and also seeing yourself for who you really are. But in turn, allowing people to see you. And be like, this is me, love, come get me. You know, love it, it's great. And you know what's even better is that someone hears that call too. Look at this Knight of Swords here, look at him. Oh, beg your pardon, King. Oh, King. Now one could easily say that this King is you being elevated. No. Look at how they look at you. Look at the eye line is almost perfect. They see you shouting, making this like, love, come get me. And this King of Swords goes, oh, well, I'm right here. And I'm coming to get you. So who is the King of Swords? Well, it's your suit actually as well. Could be another Aquarius, another Gemini, another Libra. Or it could be someone that has a lot of air in their chart. Let's figure out who this person is. And remember, if you're male watching this and your preference is females, then this applies to you too. Let's figure out. No, I need more. That's it. Perfect. Right, let's see. Ho ho. Haha. Oh, I feel it. One more. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Thank you. We're excited for you. Right, let's go, because this is their past and this is very much coming up as their present. Right. Which can you see there? I know I have to push these aside just so you can view. Right, this person has been someone that is very much like you, an individual, but in their work life or their study life, academically, they've achieved quite a lot. And I felt that they're very much on their own doing this. I mean, they're not somebody that, not somebody that needs a lot of help, but they're somebody that takes on the responsibility, does it themselves, and doesn't complain much about it. They just get on with the job, right? And you know, I'd imagine that's the sort of mentality that got them to the King of Swords. It's interesting because they've got this bird here, and you know, it's almost like a very pale peacock, like a white peacock, because it's so long. And, well, you know, others could argue it's a dove, but I don't think there's any other bird that has that very long, elongated feathers that go down. But it is, what are white birds anyway? They're like purity. They're symbols of purity and hope, right? So there's a lot of hope and a lot of discipline that went into them achieving their goals in life. Very much so. Now, as they moved further on, they have the Four of Cups. So this may mean that in their love life, yes, they've had offers. Yes, they've had people in their lives. But it's never been something that they've really, really wanted. It's never shown up in the way that they've wanted to. For me, this is about something not coming up in the package that you'd like. You know, it's not wrapped a certain way. I have a feeling this person goes for this, has gone for brunettes in the past. Like they had a specific style or a specific type of girl, and even if facially they weren't all the same, they probably had the same dark hair and they wore black, or they were denim, you know, it's always that they're a certain height, they were the same, right? Carbon copies of each other. Not all completely the same, but definitely carbon copies, right? So that's come up for them. And they wanted something different, they want something new, because what they were realising was that the people that they were attracted to, particular females or particular males, were actually just not working for them. It's like weird, it's like they're going, yes, I attract this type of person, yes, I like them, but I mean, I'm just not. it's just not working. And then the divine hand comes down here and says, well, I have an offering for you. And they're a bit put out. They're a bit put out, and I don't feel they went with this offer, actually. I think they sat under this tree and had a bit of a sulk for a while. I think they've been out of the love game maybe for some time, because they chose to just be out of it. Now, them now. Whoa. You've got the Lovers and you've got the Hierophant again, Aquarius. But you've got to combine with the Lovers. This, what they're saying now is what I have decided to turn down. Oh. Sorry, some of them may have been engaged in the past or had a fiance and they broke it off. Ooh, that's extra. There you are. I hope that makes sense for some of you then. Ooh. Anyway, yes, so now though, the time out that they took from love to really figure out what they want, now they're completely in the zone. And I say that because you've got the Lovers major arcana and the Hierophant major arcana. Now, as I said, the Hierophant is all about the institution, and it can be marital, it can be religious, it can be academic, it can be any of these things. Any of these things. But combined with the Lovers, they want it all. They want it all. They want their own happy ending. They want love with someone. Like, they really want to see someone. They want to take care of them and they want to protect them. But with love, not overwhelmingness, or not trying to be possessive or like overly protective of your mind. You know, they just want to take care of their woman or their man. But I'm not gonna lie, like, they want it all. They want the home, they want the marriage, they want the kids. They want that responsibility. And remember, we've got a king here as well, so it's not like he's not used to responsibility. Some of this man or woman can be older than a lot of you guys as well. Could be 5 to 8 years older than you. I keep getting 40, he's 40, he's 40, he's 40. Could be 40s. Could be. A lot of life experience as well by the time you're 40, but still a long way to go. A lot more things you need to learn. But this is where he's at now. This is his zone. You need to be aware of this. And he's looking at you because you seem like someone that this could be possible with. Now, don't freak out. Remember, we've already talked about equipment. What? Commitment, Aquarius. So, like, we've tackled those issues of what commitment phobia really is. And I said, though, to flip the script. And I said, like, to have someone that really sees you, that wants to be with you and only you, and to always stand by your side. I choose every day to love you and stand by your side. This is the person. Oh my, aren't they watching you? Look at that. Don't know about you guys, I think this is a great love reading. I'm so happy for you all. I'm like, oh, it's excellent, excellent. Aquarius, maybe your time is coming. You're putting it out there anyway, and you're mentally manifesting this as well. And remember, questioning it and trying to get answers from it is also the beginnings of manifestation. Then you get clarity, then it really starts to grow. Look out for this King of Swords energy person. Look out for them, because they are intently looking at you, and they're kind of looking at all your weirdness as well. You know, they're kind of looking at that you are quite different. You're not like the others. This is what he wanted. He wanted someone that wasn't like the others because it didn't work with the others. Like, I kind of feel like some of you are dancing here and he might even be a bit drunk or something. And they're like, la, 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 la. Like, you're messing around. And he's just there watching, you know. Watching you. Watching you. And at the same time, this stuff is going around in his head. I would say he, remember, could be female. Oh, Aquarius. This could be it. Just be you. That's all I want you to say. Just be you. And don't freak out that you're like, blah, blah. I'm drunk and I fell over. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We all fall over. Don't worry. At least you have the excuse of being drunk. Some of us just fall over on a daily basis. So yeah. Aquarius, need I say more? This is your beautiful love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. Amazing, guys, look. It's all happening for you. Yes, I'm delighted. I'm delighted for you, Aquarius. Yes, I feel it. Hope you feel it. Remember, if you guys dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Or if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try and answer them as best I can. And remember, I do personalised private readings. So if you would like to see sort of the services that I provide or know of the services I provide, just check out my email below. You can email me directly and I'll send you on a list with those prices as well. Aquarius, you're always welcome to this Tuatha, this funky weird tribe. You're always welcome here. And my darlings, you have a fantastic 2.5 weeks and I will see you in the beautiful month of June. You take care. Bye.